Hello everyone. I'd like to start a new series of lessons, on our topic which my pupils and others who love this sport of show jumping often ask me about. It's about judging distances, which is extremely difficult to teach, as there really is no system for learning how to judge a distance. In general, we can talk about experience, as the more kilometers you do, the more jumps you do, and the easier it gets to see the distances. I'll try to show you with a few exercises some things I think might be useful. I'm going to begin with some very simple exercises with a pupil of mine. I'll try to give them some sort of sequence. Of course, as I only have a few minutes, the initial phase, which is the warm-up and all that goes with it, I'll omit. Let's start right away with the exercises. Simple exercises, first with individual jumps and then with set lines. Okay, we can start on the right rein over the first cross pole, a brown cross pole, and then a transition to walk, and then proceeding on the left rein over the green and white cross pole. In the initial phase, we'll be making sure of regularity of pace, which, in my opinion, is the most important thing when learning to judge distances. Also, because if you have a regular canter, the horse has a clear message, and things are easier for you. Of course, after the jump, the horse can get a bit forward going. So, in the initial phase, transition to walk and move off again with a willing horse and not one that is too forward going. Okay, you can carry on to the next jump. Regularity of pace okay in the final part. The rider saw the distance, was slightly further forward and rode it forward. Great transition to walk. It's important if the horse gets too forward going, not to turn before getting him back in order again. Your horse needs to know that after every jump there must be order, that you're not going on to the next jump if the horse is too forward going, but only when the horse is willing and without tension can then proceed to the next jump. Between one jump and another, there must be calm. Don't start until you're calm and your horse is relaxed. You saw that the horse was forward going the first time over the brown cross pole. Now she's taken her time, relaxed the horse, and isn't in a hurry to start. There was no variation in pace in the approach to the third jump. A good approach here too. And now we can introduce some exercises in a line, consisting in this case of an upright and an oxer. The first jumps are placed at 14 meters. When you say 14 meters, it's important to measure it with a tape measure. That way, bit by bit, you can start to work out your distances. On one side we've put a small vertical oxer line at 14 meters where we'll do 3 strides, and on the other side at 20.5 meters where we'll do 5 strides. Quite short ones for this height, but the pupil will learn that at 14 meters and this height it's 3 strides, and with this horse it's quite easy. We can start to do the upright oxer exercise. As I said before, it's important to keep a regular canter and to find the right speed. So it's important to start off with quite an active canter, and try to maintain it. The idea is not to speed up, but to try to stay in your canter. Then in the final phase, you can see if you need to ride more forward. I'd say that the 3 strides were even. It's important also that you try to keep the same canter all round the perimeter of the school, with no variation. This makes the approach much easier. Transition to walk. Now let's do the other side. Now on this rein, we'll do the 20.5 meter line, where the pupil will put in 5 strides. That was a perfect approach. From the moment the horse turned until after the jump, it was perfect. Then just before the corner, the horse got a bit strong, a bit forward going. You can see a stronger response from the rider without being... The rider goes back to making a transition to walk, regaining calm and moving off quietly again. She wasn't sharp or rough. There's one moment where the horse is tense and gets too strong. It can happen, but you must always resolve things calmly. That was a great approach to the first jump. The 5 strides were managed very well. The intervention by the rider needed to be quite firm. After the jump, the horse must be balanced and there must be order. It's snatching the reins a bit, so she does a transition to trot without being severe, but gets the horse's attention back and rebalances him and moves off again. The idea is, little by little, to do this line 3, 4, 5 times without any transitions to walk, without any intervention, and carrying straight on. Here too, you've just seen a transition to walk. There was much more response from the horse. Now you should be able to do the whole thing without the halt afterwards, showing that if you're calm, you can get good results. Four identical approaches, and after the jump, the horse isn't so strong. Let's see the last jump, and then I'd say that we can wrap this up as a first approach to the subject. Okay, I think that will do for now. Note how the horse comes back easily after the jump. And as I leave you to enjoy these great shots, I'll say goodbye, see you soon for some new exercises. Thank you and enjoy your riding.